am super excited to be here with you. This is the Get Unstuck show, which has been run for many weeks by my gorgeous darling sister Sarah. But I am here live today. Hurrah! So good to be with you. How is everyone? Who saw some sunshine this weekend? Oh my goodness. I got out in my garden, got my shoes and socks off, and was like, yes, feet into the grass, cup of cacao. I've actually got my cacao this morning with me as well, but cup of cacao, and listened to some podcasts and audio books, and it was amazing. It was a really chilled weekend for me. How was yours? So I'm here for the Get Unstuck show, which is for busy women. This is the group for busy women, right, who are looking for natural solutions to their health. Excuse me. So if you are struggling with your energy, I mean, this group's called Fight Fatigue, right? So if you feel like you are tired all the time and you would really, really like a solution, I really want to share something epic that happened last week with you. So if you missed it, we ran a challenge. We ran a free 5-day challenge, which is called Elevate Your Energy. And Sarah and I love running this challenge. We love it's a much smaller group. Whoopsie, a much smaller group. So we get like loads of interaction from you. And we have a video that goes out every morning, which is like a 5-minute video or less on here's some things that you can do to increase your energy. And we ask the ladies to rate their energy. So on a scale of 1 to 5, where are you? You can put it actually in the comments now. So especially if you didn't join us last week, make yourself visible, activate your energy by declaring to the universe what's going on for you right now and what you actually want. So last week, some ladies shared, like, I'm actually starting on a 0. I'm going to be really, really honest. Some were a 1, some were a 2 or 3. We even had some 4s in there. And those women that were 4s, we were like, we know you. You work with us already. So that was brilliant to see. And they still come there because it's like, even when you read the same book or watch the same movie, it's like you pick up different things each time. So you may not be ready to learn something 6 months ago or a year ago, but move on 6 months or a year, you're a new person. We're a new person every day, right? So people who have done our challenge before were just still saying, like, I've had massive light bulb moments or realizations. That was epic. But one lady specifically shared that she started on a 0 on that energy scale of 0 to 5 and ended the week on a 5. Now, not everyone has that huge transformation. There was lots of women that started around a 3 and got up to a 4. But even that, even moving up, like, let's say it doubling your energy. If you're moving from a 4 to a 5, you're doubling your energy, right? Isn't that amazing that in just taking a little bit of action each morning and being in, a group of supportive women that are helping to lift your energy, that it can make a real difference? So I just wanted to come here with real, I guess, heart-led speak this morning, authenticity, to say this is in your control. If you are suffering a health issue, or your health issue is that you're low on energy, you're stressed, you're anxious, you're overwhelmed, it is within your control to change. Now, the reason it seems to stay the same all of the time is because we keep doing the same thing. So this is why when women were doing different things with us last week, and they were simple things, they was able to change their energy so quickly, and you can do it too. So I just wanted to come in here and reassure you and reconfirm and remind you that this is possible. Or maybe this is all new to you and you're like, huh, can you actually change your own health? Yes, you can. So that was last week. It was amazing. I want to say a big thank you to all of our members from our membership who were there, all of our graduated Exhausted to Energize members, which is our 12-week course. They were there, still coming in to be within that container of energy. And we've had women join our program, the Exhausted to Energize method, so we can't wait to start working with you. And just to everyone who partook in the challenge and who was commenting and who was activating their energy, it really was amazing. So I wanted to say a heartfelt thank you. I couldn't be there on the last live on the last day. My daughter had something very important that I needed to be at. When I was in Peru, I missed something of hers, and so I wanted to make sure that I made it this time round. So I went to support her doing something which was absolutely amazing. So that was last week. If you missed the challenge and you're like, that sounds good, wish I didn't miss it, because I don't think we're going to be running it again this year. We was hoping to later in the year, but because of certain stuff going on in the diary, I don't think we're going to be able to. We're going to try to, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. So we are going to do kind of an overview in an hour, and we're going to be doing that this Wednesday coming. So it's an energy masterclass in 60 minutes. I haven't got the link to hand, but I will have it soon, so I will drop it in the comments below. So this coming Wednesday at 10 a.m, I, Hannah Carr, naturopathic nutritionist, hello, I'll be running the energy masterclass. If you can't make it live, still register, because I will send out the replay afterwards that will be available to watch for 48 hours, so up till Friday. So come there and find out. I'm going to be talking about 3 things that can genuinely change your energy, right? The first 3 steps to boost your energy. So what we find with a lot of women that we work with is there is a hormonal imbalance that is underneath the low energy. So I'll give you an idea of what I mean. So you may have something diagnosed. So I had adrenal fatigue, which is a hormone, right? You may have an imbalance in your thyroid hormones, underactive or overactive thyroid. But you may have things that haven't got an actual diagnosis, but maybe like your cortisol, so your stress hormone is high all the time. Maybe your insulin is a little bit imbalanced, right? So that's that blood sugar feeling where you feel like, oh, I need to eat now, quick, or I feel like I'm getting hangry, right? So that's one of your hormones. Maybe your estrogen is too high or too low. Lots of you may know a little bit about that, especially if you're perimenopausal or menopausal, you may know about that. Same with progesterone. Same with melatonin, dopamine, serotonin. You know, serotonin, the feel good factors. Our hormones can be a little bit out of balance. So it's not that there's something wrong with you or that you need to be fixed, but it's just about needing to bring a little bit more balance back to your body. And your body's just trying to talk to you. It's trying to say, hey, you know, Susan, Karen, Isabel, Francesca, whatever your name is, right? Your body's going to you, hey, just letting you know that I need a little bit more balance at the moment. And what we can do, rather than making it about us, like victim, which is like, oh, why is it always me? Or why is like my body never supports me? It's like going, oh, thanks, body, for the feedback. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little high level overview of what I'll be going through in that workshop on Wednesday. So first of all, because I know that so many of us do this, Sarah and I used to do this a lot, and occasionally we still do, right? Because there's no perfection. But why relying on caffeine? So I'm talking here about teas or coffees, or maybe some people might drink like lots of Coca-Cola or energy drinks, so caffeine. And sweet treats to boost your energy actually harms your longer term health. So, what is the problem with that? We know that it's a short term fix, but what are the problems it can create longer term? So, that I want it to be like a little bit of a wake up call for you, because we kind of be like a bit like an ostrich, put our head in the sand. We sort of know that it's, you know, not great for us, a little bit bad for us, but what is the consequence to longer term health? And this is really important because probably our kids are doing it too, and hopefully not with caffeine, but probably with a lot of sweet treats. And so we do want to give ourselves a bit of a wake up call sometimes to go, ah, yeah, now I remember why I'm not meant to do it. Not just what, like why I shouldn't do it, but why I'm not meant to. I shouldn't say why you're not meant to, why you don't want to, why you don't want to. Then I want to talk about the key to all health, which is the gut, right? And why this impacts you more than you might realise. So I'm going to call a few things out now that you may not realise are actually related to gut health, but it might make you think, oh, okay, yeah, got a little bit of healing to do in that area. So arthritic pain, headaches and migraines, brain fog. The gut and the mind are, and the head basically, are so interlinked. Anxiety and depression, these are up here too, right? Related to the lungs, so asthma, bronchitis, and coughs. Anything to do with the sinuses. If you have a lot of problems with sleep, that is the gut that really needs to have some healing happening. Anything else to do with the skin. So I mentioned eczema and psoriasis there, but things like acne, even dry skin, like dry flaking skin. If you have what you would call hormonal imbalance, which would be things like perhaps PMS, you know, heavy periods, irregular periods, hot flushes, that kind of thing, or of course any tummy discomfort. So if you've got bloating, if you've got IBS, if you've got constipation, if you've got diarrhea, what other ones am I missing out? Acid reflux, all of those things show us that the gut actually needs some healing. So I'm going to be going through that and talking about what you can actually do to heal the gut. And then the last one is, if you're feeling tired all the time and like you eat a good diet and you're exercising, you feel like you're doing all the things, but you know, maybe you've even been for tests with the doctors and they keep saying that everything's okay, but you know there is something else there, and this was for me. It's that we are often depleted in vital vitamins and minerals. So I'm going to be talking about why we're depleted, what we can do to overcome that. We may even discuss, so I'll be answering some questions as well, so we may even discuss what ones can specifically help you. Hold on, I've lost you for a second. Am I still there? Yeah. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this. If you're watching replay, give me a hashtag replay in the comments. Otherwise, say good morning or hello. I would love to hear from you. So that is Wednesday. So that's like if you're like, oh yeah, I'm curious, I'd like a little bit more information. What I also want to share with you, this is for someone who's like a little bit more serious, a little bit more like, I'm ready to do something right now. Skip the masterclass, just give me the solution. Then I'm talking to you. So in the challenge last week, we reopened the doors to our 12-week program, which is called the Exhausted to Energize method. This is what I would say is a program that is foundational for your health. So if you're the type of person who, like when we know what we should be doing, but we're not doing it, I know I should drink more water, I know I should eat healthy, or all the shoulding on ourselves, and that actually draws our energy down. It is to actually get those habits in place. And more than that, so not just to look at your diet and your hydration and all those kind of things, but actually to look at how can we balance the blood sugar levels, how can we calm the nervous system down, how can we start to heal the gut health, but not just get the information, actually be able to make the changes, because someone's holding your hand, someone's holding you accountable, you're coming to weekly calls, you're getting coaching and accountability, and you're doing it within a group of like-minded women. And then we move on to things like the vitamins and the minerals and the essential fats that the body needs to make sure that you're getting enough. So can actually like not have brain fog. We feel switched on, right? We can remember why we walked into a room. All of this helps with your confidence as well. Definitely say it helps with confidence and relationships, because you're feeling calmer within yourself, more grounded within yourself. And then in the final phase of the program, we actually go into a detox phase. It's not good to detox the body too quickly, because your body's not ready for it. So we get a good level of health going and enough energy to actually be able to sort of process a detox and do it comfortably. And then we start to introduce some detox techniques, which are going to help things like your liver, which is really responsible in hormonal balance, in thyroid balance, in even with the blood sugar levels. It's going to help with the liver. So we look at techniques that's actually going to detox the body. So if you're interested in that specifically, I will find the link after this live and I'll drop it below, and you can actually go through to the page that's got all of the information about the programme. And what Sarah and I are doing is we are taking calls this week, application calls. So you jump on a call with us and we will ask you questions like, well, of course, what's your biggest health challenge? We need to know that. What are your goals? So how is it you want to feel? What stopped you so far? Because we want to work with women that we know that we can actually help and are going to get results. So basically on that call, we will make sure that we're a good fit to see if you're even suitable for that program, or we may suggest other things to you, maybe with us, maybe with other people. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? No. We'll make sure that you're a good fit. Oh, and we will answer your questions. So you feel like, yes, I've got loads of questions, I want to find out more, we'll answer all of your questions as well. So I'll drop both links below. So I'll just give you a recap. One will be for the workshop this Wednesday at 10 a.m, or you can have the replay. That's if you would like to get like a little bit more information. I want to know really what's going on with my energy, what I need to do to increase it. And then the other one is like, if you're like an action taker, I'm ready, I'm really looking for a solution, I know that I need some support, I know that I need some help. Maybe you've been trying things by yourself for a long time and you feel that you can't necessarily stick to things. This is a lot of women we help. They've lost their confidence. They think that they can't stick to things. They've got no willpower. That's not what it's about at all. It's about, have you had the right support? And also a lot of programs that you may have tried, I won't mention the names of them here, but they're like big programs that everyone would know about, that you can sign up for fairly inexpensively, but they make a lot of changes really, really quickly. So it's like, clear out your cupboard and we're going to be eating this whole new diet. That doesn't work long term. And if it does, you have to let us know in the comments if it's worked for you and you're still sticking to it. It's a bit like anyone who loses weight really quickly. It normally comes back on because we can't keep up the habits because the change has been too quick. So that's why we work with women over 12 weeks, because we go, let's make one small change. We got that? Yeah? Are we ready for the next one? Let's add another one onto that, and let's move in and add another one onto that. Oh, and you're ill this week and you can't do it. That's okay. Well, this is how you're going to overcome the illness a little bit more quickly. Do you feel supported? Okay, we're holding your hand. Let's move on again. And that's how you make changes, is slow and sustainable. It sounds like a different type of approach, right? I don't think there's many people out there, because we've got to be honest, we all want, and even Sarah and I want this, there's still like the quick fix. Oh, that sounds amazing. I want the quick fix. But if you've tried it before, you'll know that it doesn't stick, it doesn't work. So let's get really, really honest and talk about what does work. Slow, sustainable changes. Not quite as glamorous, but it actually works. So I'll drop those links below. Thank you again to anyone who come to elevate your energy. We're gonna miss you. I'll probably jump over to the group now actually to give a little goodbye. And yeah, let me know if you've watched this today. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you all soon. See you on Wednesday, hopefully. Lots of love.